November 2nd, 2020. Raven 98 here, along with.
Oh, good morning, TNT. We are here once again. Excuse me. And hopefully we have some super fantastic news. I don't know what Ray can come up with. But anyway, all right, Ray, you see anything out? You lost him already.
Oh, you don't hear me? Yeah, I said no updates
Oh,
for now.
I hear you now?
Okay.
No updates for now. All right. Let's get something started. Guys, no updates went out. So there's no changes. What didn't happen happened, and what did happen didn't happen, which simply means there was no RV on Saturday and Sunday. Bank people were highly frustrated, just like they thought. They were told, again, on Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, people were coming to the door, which didn't happen. They were told on Sunday morning, when they got there at 6, be ready at 8 because they're going to start coming through the door. So, yeah, they was all pissed off yesterday, last night, and I don't blame them. But here we are today, ready to go. The only thing that is coming out is Iraq is fully capable and ready to go, that the U.S. is holding it back. And you remember a week and a half ago, I think I told you guys, no, sometime last week, that I got out of D.C., that the plan was to release the RV the day before the vote or on voting day. And then, as I told you guys, to put it all out there, came back, said, okay, scrap that plan. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Well, guess what today is? They didn't do it Saturday, didn't do it Sunday. Who knows what could happen tonight, though. But I will tell you right now, they are fully expecting people to be paid money in their bank accounts this week. At some point this week, because I'm hearing people to have money in their bank accounts. So I don't want to be any more specific than that because it might be giving away too much information. But it's actually going to happen. This is a super fantastic week, according to all indications. So I can in fact tell you that. I didn't see it. I told you before. I told you when we first found out. I don't understand doing it on November the 3rd. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Actually, I was going to take a poll this morning, so which I will now. You guys can tell me as you answer and everything. If the 800 numbers come out, should I just hold them till after the polls close tomorrow? Or let them out during the day while everybody's standing in line waiting to vote, knowing people are calling and running to the bank, becoming multimillionaires. So I was kind of leaning on we'll wait till the polls close. It won't make us any difference. Couple hours, everybody still get their votes in, do what they want to do, and be super happy. But I guess I shouldn't choose for everybody. I should just let you guys decide. If we in fact get them, do we announce it? I know they're going to want us to because that's why they're putting it out, but I want to know what you want to do. What do you think is the best thing? Because after it's done forevermore. You can go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just go pick up your money once it's done. It's a matter of when it does, and does it cause a whole lot of confusion unneededly, if you ask me. I'm going to leave that part up to you guys. If that shit happen. Is there a possibility of it happening? Unfortunately, and I say it like that, unfortunately, yes, it is a possibility. So, with that, Ray, let's do what we do.
Gotta find my section. Questions. You moved on me. 1 second. Here we are. Urbank Lou says, What are Treasury rates? Rates Treasury pays the banks for currency that they get from us, or maximum rates that banks can pay us, or whatever else.
Treasury rates are the max rates that banks can pay you, because they're still going to get even more from the Treasury. But it's will they pay you those rates is a better question.
Okay. Eddie S. says, the agreement or treaty of this GCR/RV and not paying any taxes during or after our currencies exchange, in what year and date was this established? And what is the official name of this treaty/agreement?
Okay. I don't think he was talking to me. He might have been talking to you.
Remember the name of that treaty? It was during.
Look, wait, somebody will text it to me in a minute, because it was so many years ago we started doing this, guys. But I know this has been in process. I think it's been 50 years that this has been in process. I can't remember the name of the treaty right now. But go ahead. We'll get it before we get the end of the call.
Okay, Papa Bear says, what are the names of the 5 top-tier banks or exchanges? Well, I think you can just look up the top-tier, tier 1 banks, and you want to know the order of the top 5.
Man,
What do you think, Tony?
I'm thinking, I got all these texts here. Let me see what they have. Yeah, just Google Tier 1 bank. I think there's a list like 70 of them, 80 of them, Tier 1s, Tier 5s. They all are listed right there. We know our top banks here. There should be involved, Citigroup's involved, B of A, Wells Fargo, Chase. Who am I leaving out as a top tier bank? Anyway, they're all there. They're all involved in the process. So let me tell Country Girl, thank you for voting today. I appreciate everybody that votes. I mean, it's your choice, but it's the American thing to do, whether you guys know it or not. All right, go ahead.
Lena says, do you think Basel III and Brexit not being concluded is holding things up?
No, because Basel III is concluded. It has been concluded for years. We were the last ones in June of 2018 when it was extended out for us to be Basel III compliant. So that is not affecting anything. Trust me, it has nothing to do with it. Right now, the decision is being made. Let me tell you guys something. I should have told you guys at the beginning of the call. Right now on Iraq TV, they are thanking the United States of America. On Iraq TV, they're telling everyone that the only reason Iraq has survived, the only reason the Iraq currency has survived, the only reason Iraq currency has held the value that it has now and will revalue is because of the efforts of the United States. That's what they're putting on their TV for everybody to know. It's because of the efforts of the United States. So I'm going to break it down to you a little bit further so you understand. It's not what President Bush did when he went in and in 3 days over and said the war is going to pay for itself because we're going to take all their oil money and it's going to pay for it and it's going to be done. And some of you guys are not going to like this, but I'm a realist and I'm going to give it to you real. Which was a great thing, and what President Bush did Dude was signed 10303 or whatever it was that they signed every year now, saying that we have the same rights as Iraqi citizens and go in there, do business, do investing, everything else. It's the plan he came up with to do all this. Him and Tony Blair, if you guys don't know, the original planners of this deal. It's the deal that Dick Cheney put together to go over there and I want to say come the Messiah, take over all their oil wheels, 30% of the bank, that he wasn't ever going to let himself go broke. All of that was important. The most important part of this thing that was accomplished by President Barack Obama and his administration by the fact they didn't let us just go in there, take the money and go and let it devalue. They didn't give it a chance. They put the plan there together to make Iraq grow, to make Iraq become a democracy the way that it is, to make them change all their banking laws, corruption, their banking connections around the world. That's the administration that did all this. That's the administration that required all of this to be done in order for them to meet the standards of the IMF and the World Bank. Well, wait, who's in charge of the IMF and the World Bank? President Barack Obama's appointees, who did exactly what he said was required of them to do this. That administration is what held on to Iraq, its currency, and made them change not only their financial status, but their individual values themselves and change into a different country. And today, when they say the U.S. did this, the U.S. changed us, the U.S. made our currency stronger, the U.S. made the other countries look at us different, because that's what's on their TV today. They're not talking about the first 3 months, a year when they was in a war. They're talking about the last 10, 12 years of what they had to go through to change. You know, I'm going to tell you the best part of all of that, what I just said. And I'm not talking about the last 3 years, because there was no direction and everything. What they said last week was we met every requirement that the IMF and the World Bank had put out there for us, that the U.S. put out there for us. Today, every other country is voting or saying they want us removed for the European non-trading list. All of that growth, that 10, that 12 years, all that changing had to do with their currency being maintained, with their currency value not devalued, with their currency staying relevant. And I'm going to tell you why it did. It did because of you and me. That's why. When they say we thank the U.S. for doing it, the U.S. made it possible, that's you and me. That's us buying that currency for 10 straight years like crazy, keeping it moving, keeping the exchange process going. The U.S. didn't buy all that currency and put it in the government. We were doing that. While they was stealing money out of the CBI, running money out the back door, while all these illegal companies was bringing money over here, we were doing that. We were keeping their economy going for those 10 years. I thank Bush for letting us be involved in it, because we got to thank him for doing it. And President Obama for continuing it, even when there were some people in this administration who no longer wanted us to be involved in it. And you guys remember when I went through, we went through it, and then I personally went through it. But the fact of the matter is, he let us go through it. And he made sure they didn't remove us from it when they were trying to. And we're here today, so they're saying thank you to us. That was the time. It's like you're going to build a house. And Bush put the foundation on the house. Okay? And then Obama went and he built the entire structure of the house. And then Trump comes along and he says, well, here's the key to the front door. Y'all can go in. And that's okay. Because we can't get in the house without the key either. So, we just can't. So it all has to be part. We still waiting for the key right now. But it's going to come. And then we go in the house. So everybody had a part to do with it. But so did we. Because while Obama and them authorized the building of the house, we were the ones who provided the labor to build the house by buying that currency consistently, overwhelmingly, and some of it over and over again, the same currency. This is the way they were doing it. But without us, and that's why, and I would tell you guys right now today, because I'm telling you, when we were going through that all we are the people thing, President Bush is the one who said, okay, you've earned your seat at the table. That's what came directly to me from him. He said, you've earned your seat at the table. So that's probably the only time I can actually say that. But he's the one who said it. Obama let us stay at the table, but somebody else wants to move us. But he was the one who said, you've earned your seat at the table. And I felt that we had everything we went through and done, and we earned that. So I just want to let you guys know that part. I probably should have started off with that. But here we are right now. Hopefully it'll be over with. Was I answering the question? Because, I went on a tangent. I don't know where the hell I was. But anyway.
Okay.
Wait. Let me say this first. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Out of every text I got, let me tell you guys, everybody said release the numbers ASAP. People can make their appointments while online and all this. Except one person says, I'll choose for everybody. Wait till after the polls close. He's just going to choose for everybody. Just one person, though. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So, apparently it's Venter V's birthday. Elf is saying it's her birthday. She's one of our...
being led to believe by the news, have already voted. They've done absentee. They've had record numbers of people request ballots, and even in, Washington State is all absentee, but other states, the numbers are huge. So I don't see how that would be affected by having the RV go, because everybody is, certainly a significant percentage of people that are voting have already done it by absentee. Does that make sense?
I tell you guys from day one it didn't make any sense to me, because it doesn't. Because if you got lines and lines of people standing at schools and other locations for voting, they can't see the banks anyway. So what difference does it make? They don't know. And even if it didn't happen on a voting day, when we get our appointments, they're not going to have us all lining out the bank, going down a block, 2 blocks, waiting to get in the bank because we're next and we're next and we're next. They're going to be different locations. They're going to be scheduled out, and people are going to come in during their appointment times. It's not going to be lines at the exchange locations. And that just doesn't even make sense for anybody to even perceive that. They have enough locations throughout the world or the country that they won't have that. And even the banking locations they do have, it's just people going to the bank. People do that every day. What do you think? Nobody's going to sit there an hour early, 2 hours early, or 3 hours early because, my appointment's there and I'm going to go get my money then. They're going to go in at their appointment time, and that's going to happen. So that never made sense to me. But I'll tell you what did make sense to me. When they're saying things are still planned this week. Last week, they removed the barriers around the green zone. They opened up the country because the protesters were good, they were calm, they said it's going away. Today, they're protesting all over Iraq. They're like, hey, we gave you that week. We gave you the 25th. Today they are protesting. They are demanding reform. They are even demanding that the government be replaced again today. So today looks very different from the way it did last week. But I also hear today is still getting ready to happen, and I don't mean 10 days from now. I mean, okay, enough of this BS, because that's what they're saying, enough of this bullshit. Y'all not going to do that again. But they made it public, hey, we're going to pass the borrowing law this week. We're going to do everything else that needs to be done this week. And they're saying, yeah, well, we're going to protest this week. So we're going to see which one happens. So things are a little bit different today than they were last week. And all you can say is, it has brought this on yourself. You had the perfect time to do this, and now you went one day too far, 2 days too far. And it could change everything. This can tell us, because she like the Encyclopedia of Iraq. Anyway, article came out today when the other countries are supposed to come in this week on the 10th, one I can't remember, and start actually implementing some of the agreements that they made and start funding some of the projects. We know they were only going to do that after the RVs announced. So we'll see what happens. All right?
Right. I'll tell you what, your ears would be burning, because I was thinking the same thing about what was going on relative to the people over there and whether or not they were continuing to tolerate the delays. And so it sounds like their tolerance level has gone down if they're back to protesting and so forth. But so far, to your knowledge, it's not been violent. Is that right?
They're using tear gas and water and something else, they said, against the crowd today. So, and engage the military. And it sounds almost, ridiculous that some of the crowds are upset that they opened up the green zone, because they're saying, okay, now you're just telling us you don't care. Because they took it the other way. Oh, you just don't care. And other provinces, they're not. They're upset because things aren't being done. They keep saying they're being done, but they're not being done. And they're ready for action.
Right. Well, I tell you what, it seems almost idiotic that the cure for this thing seems to be a revaluation or reinstatement or whatever you want to call it, and they still aren't doing it. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not as smart as the politicians. So anyway, if there's any question, please ask a CIA lady to unhypnotize me, just in case, just to ease my mind, and I'll I'll feel. I just know I would feel better. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I look forward to hearing news,
all right, sir.
And when it comes, and we'll keep our fingers crossed, say a prayer, and hope for the best.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
281 area code. You're on.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm super fantastic.
How are you, Mr. Ray?
I'm fantabulous to the nth degree.
Hey, Tony. Hey, Ray.
Hey, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
Done on lunch right now.
He had to do that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? I always wanted to tell you something, though, man. You know how they always say that, a woman is the strongest part of the family? Because people often tell that lie. I mean, they often get that mixed up.
Come on now.
But
Come on now.
I want
Do
to
that. Don't you do that.
wait. No, I would tell you, you got to be the strongest husband I know. Just to wake
Come
up
on
every
now.
morning, go to sleep in the same house. Anyway, go ahead.
Come on, Tony T. Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna get him in the place.
Tony, you and Ray are the men of the hour. Make the devil scream and holler. You're too hot to try, too sweet to be sour. Love you guys.
All right.
All right, you do it.
Ray, you were not expecting that, were you, Ray? I wouldn't either, Ray. No, he's a pretty good guy, though. He's been taking care of me. I've been hurting a little bit, and he's been taking care of me. That I can say. He's a very good husband. But listen, hey, Mr. Ray, I miss you.
Well, thank you.
Listen, you answered my question, but I was going to comment on that last statement you made. I don't think it would be fair for you to hold that until after the election, because the other people that it gets the 800 number, they'll be got in before us, and that's not fair. That's my little comment on that. But you did already answer my question at the beginning when you brought it out, because I wanted to know what was going on over in Iraq, and you told that. So you all have a great day, and everyone stay encouraged. Thank you.
Okay, so let me tell you guys something. I got a tractor trailer full of pies. I'm going to give you an example. I got a tractor trailer full of pies. And I got 10 people standing outside who want one. Does it matter who gets one first? No.
No.
Because you still don't get to it. I got a tractor trailer full. I'm just telling you guys, when you dial the 800 number, if you don't get through, don't panic. Don't panic. You're still going to get through. If you don't get to the bank in the first hour, guess what? You go to the second hour, the third hour, the fifth hour. Is money going to be there waiting for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still on here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm just messing with you.
No.
Okay.
What is a tractor trailer?
What is a tractor trailer? Is that what you said?
You have to answer tractor trailer.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said, what is a tractor trailer? I said, okay. All right. That's right.
Tractor trailer.
It's enough for everybody. We're going to get
Yes,
this.
sir.
I'm not even going to the third or fourth day, unless they call and make me come in. I was telling somebody this morning, I don't have to run to the bank. All I have to do is give Ray my wiring instructions. He going to have money. I don't have to run to the bank. Right?
That's right.
Look,
That's right.
y'all got people like that, see? Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day.
Take care.
You too. Thank you, guys.
All right.
9.
We didn't hear you, Ray.
9.
916.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing, Ray?
To the end.
Ooh, yeah, we still have, huh?
Yeah, he's still having problems with his mic. Go ahead.
Okay. So do you have any indication when you're gonna get the 800 number?
Nope. None at all.
No.
I do not know.
And is Texas on board?
Texas is not, and I don't think they're going to be, like I said, until a couple hours before we go, because they are well aware that we are watching Texas.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see what we see, man. I appreciate the info, and I'm glad to hear both you and Ray's doing fine, and I pray everybody else that's online is doing fine, and we just continue to be in prayer and hope the best. You know, this election is going to be enough already to deal with, but I'm like most everybody else. You know, it don't matter when when you send out the 800 numbers, like you say, the money gonna be there. So we'll get it done when we can get it done.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, take care.
Yeah.
281.
Well, hello, Tony. Hello, Ray. How you guys doing
Good day.
today?
I'm fantabulous.
I'm doing super fantastic.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, now look here, Tony. Let me tell you, I am glad you got a text, an anonymous text, and not put the fella's name out that sent you the text and said wait till after the election. No, you can go ahead and send that text ASAP as soon as you get it. We going on and make our appointments, go to the bank. Because those of us that has already voted, we got things to do. See what I'm saying?
Oh, I forgot. It got nothing to do with you. You already voted. You held up your civic responsibility. So give me my money, right? Pay me now.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's what you do. You get your business handled early and you ain't got to worry about all that stuff after the fact. See what I'm saying? So, and then I guess okay. So if Iraq has done everything that they have done, then if the people are protesting over there, it's just that they haven't made the announcement and showed them the rate. But how are they going to stop these people from really damaging things if they can't release this thing if the U.S. is holding it up? You know what I'm saying? What if they do start having a few people over there start wanting to bomb or whatever it is that they're doing over there as far as the protesting? What's your opinion on that?
They do. Today, like I said, it doesn't get better tomorrow. It only gets worse. It only builds up more and more. And then the militia get to come in and try and get involved in everything else. So it's not just Iraq taking a chance, and they're saying, well, hell, we're doing everything we can do, and we're telling our people, we're voting on the reform, we're voting on the loan package, we're doing this, and we're putting it all out there. But what they can't do is say, guys, we're waiting on the United States to tell us what to do. They can't do that. I mean, we know it, but their people don't know it. So the U.S. is actually gambling on that, not just them. And it doesn't make sense to me and you, but maybe they're just trying to show their power or authority or trying, And again, we only know 30, maybe 40, and even if we knew 50% of what was really going on at this point, we don't have all the details or information. So it may be, but we also know on this side, they're continuously telling our people, this is it, this is it. The banks are having phone calls with the Treasury Department 3-4 times a day now. In New York, New Jersey, they're doing their conferences. They're saying, okay, you guys got this, you got this. Here's the last minute change. And I said, dotting their I's, crossing their T's. That's what they're doing. And they're bringing them in. I mean, my guy, he's a regional guy in New Jersey. His people are pissed off. And he said, I had to bring these people in from out the area, put them up in the hotels. Now we got to make sure they get fed and everything else. And, so they're getting mad at this little, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Now, I could never get mad. I mean, I was in the military. I had on the uniform. I had to do what I had to do, which is military government is common. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. But civilians aren't used to that. They're like, what the hell is going on?
That's right.
We live every day like that in the military. Y'all just have to figure it out. And that's what they're doing over here. But there are some things they're saying that is coming to an end. All right, so bigger question than that. I got a bigger question than that. 'Cause I'm done with your questions. You got to answer my question. What happened with that wig and eyelash thing?
no, you did not. You did not. You know what? I'm going to send you a picture and let you look. I'm going to send you a picture. Because I had a Halloween party this weekend. I'm going to send you a picture. You can just tell for yourself. How about that?
Oh, my God.
You know who I went?
thought about
I went as Foxy Brown. So I'm going to send it to you. When you see that sexy woman in that
God.
picture, you that.
Okay. All right.
Don't say nothing till you see it now. Then you be like, oh yeah, that's right. That's a nice picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's
Well, I tell you
I'm
what.
saying.
I tell you what. Wait, somebody was dreaming about you. Who was that? Who was that one to take her out, Ray? I can't remember. Well, he'll be on afterwards.
I know that's not so.
Look, you're going to you got to talk to your husband about it. Anyway,
Well,
you send it to Ray. We hang up. I'm going to tweet it out to everybody. We're going to see.
You better. Well, if you tweet me out, you're going to have to tweet him out because I'm sending you one of the both of us together. And he was my protector. He was, I don't know who he was, but you.
All right. Let me go on. All right.
So we'll see what's going to happen. Thank you,
All right.
guys. Talk to you later.
Now,
when you see this picture, don't delete it. I'm going to send it to you in a few minutes. Bye.
Okay. All right.
208 area code. You're on. Do your television.
208.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. You haven't talked about taxes in a long time. Do we know for sure how much they're going to charge us in taxes, or even if they're going to charge us?
We do not know. All we know is we've been told it's a non-taxable event. And I've been told that for years by people out of Washington, D.C. This is a non-taxable event.
I hope they're right. So you think it's going to happen within the next week or so?
I think so.
Okay, let's hope it does. You all have a great day now.
All right, sir. Okay.
754 area code. You're on.
Good morning, Tony, and good afternoon, Ray, from cloudy, windy South Florida.
Good afternoon.
I have a couple of questions. I keep reading about the borrowing law and the need for the 3 readings on it, and they've had 1. Is this borrowing law in any way affecting the RV?
I don't know that it is now. So they're saying they don't want to put the rate out, or they don't want to approve it until they know they can borrow the money to pay for their last 2 months. Which doesn't really matter whether they have the RV or not. They still got to put out the money for the last 2 months. So I don't see that it is affecting any way at all. They come out today and once again saying we got the 2021 budget. It's going to be announced by the middle of the month, and the dollar rate is $41 that the budget was set against. Even though oil is less than 39 and going down, we set the rate at 41. So that's not going to be too hard for people to figure out. Is just, do we wait for the 15th if they actually come out with it like they said, or do it now? When they said they're going to do the borrowing law this week and vote on it next week by the 10th, I think is what it says. Either way. So I don't know that it has anything to do with it at all. What I'm hearing, they are ready to go, been ready to go. The U.S. is delaying. Now, it is scheduled here in the U.S., I don't want to tell you guys, again for this week. But the borrowing law isn't scheduled till next week. The budget isn't scheduled till the 15th. So unless Treasury is just putting the banks through it once again, those two don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, and my next question is, the riots that have been going on in Iraq, they rioted peacefully, they opened the green zone, now they're back out there. For weeks and weeks we've been hearing we're ready to go, we're ready to go. The U.S. Treasury stops it. What good is the people rioting in Iraq going to do when we're not allowing it to happen? So what is the good of them rioting over there when it's not their side that's holding it back? It's our side, and what could be our reason behind it holding it back?
Okay, to realize that the people in Iraq don't know it's the U.S. holding it back. They don't know that their government has submitted it so many times trying to get it through already. If they knew that, they'd know their governments are just puppets, or they would go to Iran's side. They would go and agree with Maliki and Amiri that they're all just U.S. puppets and the U.S. is controlling them. Nobody wants their citizens to know that at all. Well, not the good people. I mean, Maliki and them do, and that's why they keep saying it. But if they knew it, they'd agree with them, and the U.S. would lose all control or influence over them. So the people are rioting because they think they're all corrupt, which they are. They're stealing money, doing things anyway, because they think they're making the decision to continue punishing them. That's why the people are rioting. What is the U.S. getting out of it? We don't know what kind of backdoor deals are being made at the very last minute. But we know there's some, or they wouldn't keep go, stop. And I told you guys that years ago, 10 years ago. The best negotiators in the world, the best negotiations in the world takes place at the last minute before you sign your name. Oh, wait, one more thing. I need you to do this real quick. Because then you're not arguing about it. Just go get it done. Go get it done so we can get this over with. And they do that over and over again. Well, one more thing. Because you guys changed this. Now I need you to change these 4 things. Now, that could go on forever and ever, we say. But then again, we hear it's coming to a conclusion. It's like Iraq said this morning, and they said it publicly, we've done everything you asked us to do. What else is there? Let my people go. Let us go to the bank. Let's get this over with. And that's all they keep saying. So hopefully it's enough pressure for it to be over with. Hopefully the U.S. says, we need this for the next stimulus package. Let's get this money flowing so we can get the next package flowing, so we can get our own economy flowing. Hopefully we've reached that point over here where everybody can agree. So we'll see.
And if by some chance Biden should get elected and he wants to put that tax deal in for people earning $400,000 a year, how is that going to affect us when this happens, as far as this being a non-taxable event when he wants to tax?
Okay, so if Biden gets in and he wants to tax people over $400,000, you can believe next year you're going to get taxed, okay? If what happens? First of all, it has to pass. He can wish and hope for whatever he wants, but it still has to pass first, just like anybody else. There's no dictators in the world. Trump's not a dictator, even if he wanted to be. Biden's not a dictator, even if he wanted to be. Because we don't have dictators. If we do, we have to get rid of them, or people who are attempting to be dictators. We'd have to get rid of them. So it doesn't work like that. Congress still has a voice. The Senate still has a voice in whatever happens. Now, I can't be worried about what's going to happen after January the 20th, because this is November, December. It happens right now, happens before December, then I'm not going to worry about it. He may say in the future years, people over $400,000, this is your new tax bracket. And if he does,
I'm going to deal with it just like we would with anybody else. That's all. There's nothing we can do about it except deal with it. But it's not going to be retroactive back until last year, 2020, when it's 2021, has to go forward. I don't foresee that happening at all.
Okay, and my final question is, you've always told us that you won't be able to buy currency like 48 hours before this happens, but Citibank is still selling dong. And as long as Citibank is still selling dong, can we pretty much say we're not going to see this until you can't buy it at a bank anymore?
They're the only one. Other banks just haven't been selling it, and I don't know why, and I appreciate that they do. And the currency dealers, but I think a couple hours probably they'll cut it off, or they'll do it after hours when the bank is closed anyway.
Do we still have to make sure that no bank is selling it before the RV can happen?
No, I don't think so, because they've thrown a lot of things out of the window. And as far as weekday market, they said when it happens, it's going to happen. So I said now they could do that by just doing it after banking hours. And they won't have to worry about them getting caught in any transactions.
Okay, and I want to thank you for taking my questions. I appreciate it. Just want to tell everybody, please go out and vote if you haven't already. We have, but make sure you're at the polls tomorrow. Whether this RV happens or not, you've got to go and vote. Thank you both, and have a great day, and hopefully Wednesday will be a Wealth Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Ray, hold on, please. Let me say this, because I want to clarify a couple things first. All right.
Yeah.
First of all, Bus Lady sent me a picture of Beauty and the Beast. And trust me, he looked like a beast, too. But anyway, I don't know what he is. I want y'all to know that, some people are concerned. But on a serious note, I want you guys to listen to this. This is a serious note, though, so everybody understands. I like Trump, and I told you guys that before, the art of the deal. I made a lot of money in real estate because of Trump and the art of the deal. Reading their book, motivating, and everything else. Now, that, and as a business person and everything else, was great. I don't like some of the decisions he's made as president, and I don't mean racial decisions. I mean decisions with NAFTA, decisions with our allies, people he has chose to partner up with in other countries. Some of those things, to me, I spent 15 years in the military for fighting for democracy, for this country, and believing in this country and our allies. And some things just don't align with me as far as that goes. So everybody knows no part about that. I don't really know Biden, and we're going to see. And actually, I know more about Biden than I care to talk about, too. So anyway, to tell you the truth, and that's dealing with me and you. I mean us in this whole situation. But anyway, it won't matter. The thing here, though, as far as the dinar is about, I'm trying to tell you guys, explain to you guys what happened with each administration. Exactly what happened. Things you guys don't know about. What put us in this situation and wasn't happening. What didn't put us in here. I'm not trying to give George Bush, because all the credit wasn't there. He did come up with the plan. Him and Tony Blair, they did put this in motion. And whether you guys want to believe it or not, it was all about the money. Because you don't know everything. But anyway, it's about the money. Obama, the same way, he wasn't going to get blamed when it collapsed because it was all about the money. So he put the structure of it together and said history's not going to look back and say, I did this and I let it collapse and the U.S. economy had to pay for it. And that was his part of it, even though it drug out And even though we didn't like it because we wanted the money, you got to look at it and say it was the best thing to do for both countries to make it last forever. And it was business and it was decision. And I wanted it to be over just like you did. But I'm looking at it, if it changed those people's lives, because it is, changes that country, but it changes the globe, because this is the foundation for the GCR. So he wasn't just thinking about himself or his pocket or how much money he could get out the deal and anything else. Now, again, I'm going to correct it. You guys understand that some of you weren't here when Bush and Cheney and Blair put this together. It was about the U.S. and Europe, period. Hey, man, we're about to make some money. It had nothing to do with the GCR. So they didn't care about it, and they didn't plan for that. That was for all of us to make money and both countries to wipe out their debt, period. Over and done with. And those who knew about it made money, and those who didn't. Just like Kuwait, the first time deal. Very easy. So there's no negative there. There's no negative here. What I do see is a bunch of people, gurus, others, trying to give Trump credit for this entire thing. Trump made this happen. Trump told them, go do this. Trump. All of that stuff we've been talking about for the last 10 years was already planned and laid out, and they're working it. So all I'm doing is being a realist. I'm telling you guys what really happened, who did what, and what got accomplished. It's time. It's 10 years. They're doing it and finalizing it, and it's going on. Now, I got to give Trump credit for taking out Iran's top guys. It did change the complexion over there. And you got to give him credit. Hey, he took them out. I'm not playing with y'all. This is going to make it easier. And it did. And it changed Iranian influence. Absolutely did. And said, we're not going to play with that. The law is finally getting passed for putting Al-Kazemi in the position that he's in right now. Because he is a U.S. asset. He was a U.S. asset. And getting those things changed. We have to credit this administration for the last 6 months, because it's been 3 years. And they finally got somebody in there, and they're getting things done. Now, I also got to give the credit to the people of Iraq, because they said, we're not taking this BS no more. And they did what they did. So don't think everything is as Trump bashing or Obama loving or Bush, because I didn't like George Bush 20 years ago. But after he got out, I read his book. I got some conversations. I said, okay. He was doing what he had to do the second term. He didn't have a clue what he was doing the first term. And that comes directly from him, just so y'all know. He didn't have a clue. And what he was trying to find out, he said, but his second term was different. So don't think this has anything to do with it. There are things that are going on that I think as American citizens could and should be better for all of us, not one of us. And I'm always going to believe in the United States of America, period. So you guys just going to have to take that for what it is. All right, go ahead. What's next, Trey?
Well, let me get this other clarification in regarding the taxes. Guys, no matter who the next president is, any tax changes, it's going to apply to money being earned from your exchange, not the exchange itself. So we don't want people getting those two dynamics mixed up, as the questioner had it mixed up when she put the question out. All right, that takes us to 3. You are on.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Hey.
Is this Miss Tennessee?
Oh, so I am the 313. Okay, yes, I am the 313. I thought it was the gentleman who came in. Tony, you sound a little different today. Well, how you guys doing? I thought it was the other 313. But
I am super fantastic. How you doing?
Oh, I am just the same. Super fantastic, and I am fantabulouser to the nth degree.
Okay. What's going on?
And that's great. Only thing is, by all of that, and this is my condition. I misplaced my driver's license, so I had to go through the Secretary of State to get a replacement. But now they're saying that my driver's license is not going to come for 6 to 8 weeks. So will my replacement be sufficient?
For what?
To show as my ID. To go to retrieve my currency.
Okay, to go to the bank?
Yes, to go to the bank.
Did they give you a temporary ID?
Yes, they gave me a temporary. That's what I'm saying. They gave me a temporary, but my permanent one won't be here for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, your temporary ID should be enough. As long as you got 2 forms of ID, have a picture ID, you shouldn't have a problem. So, well, let me ask you this though, because that's some weird stuff you're talking about. So, you live in Tennessee, is that correct?
No, you asked me that once before. I don't know why you think I'm from Tennessee. Is it my accent or something? But no, I'm not from Tennessee at all. 313.
Where's 313?
In Michigan.
Michigan. Okay. All right. So you guys got to go to the state to get a replacement driver's license? You don't just go down to DMV and get your license?
Well, we don't call it DMV. We call it Secretary of State. We just have 2 different terms or 2 different names. But I know, like, California, they call it DMV. You in California. Okay, cool. Yeah, they call it DMV. But here in Michigan, we call it the Secretary of State's office.
And it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get a driver's license.
For them to send it out in the mail. Now, they gave me a temporary, but they said I can't get it for 6. I mean, and I was surprised I get an appointment to get in so soon because, matter of fact, just the week before that, I was standing in the bank talking to a lady, and she said that she tried to schedule an appointment to get a replacement license, and she couldn't get in until January, and her birthday is in December.
I don't know what y'all doing. First of all, I walked in to get one today, a temporary license or ID card, and I get mine in the mail in 10 days. So I don't understand at all what y'all are doing. That makes no sense to me. But okay, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, but due to COVID, you can't walk in. You have to schedule an appointment only. There you go. That's one of the reasons it takes so long.
Okay. All right. But yeah, you shouldn't have an issue. I just never heard of that. So, but you shouldn't have an issue at all. They gave you a form of ID. Oh, you said you lost your license though, right?
I lost my license, but I do have my credit cards. I do have that. And then I have some old license, pictures of old license.
Sure, yeah, or go down to the post office. See if they can give you one. In a lot of states, if you guys don't know it, if you go and show you're there, you can go get a passport in 1 day.
Really?
Yep. It costs you extra, but you can still go get it. It's a 1 day. And even if you went to the post office, it's not going to take 6 to 8 weeks to get your passport back.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys' information and all you do. Both of you continue to have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, you too. Thank you.
626. Eric, you're on.
Hello. Good afternoon and good morning, Ray. How you doing?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good morning.
How you guys feeling today, man?
To the nth degree.
I'm feeling super fantastic.
You know what, Tony? I still say I saw you at a concert at the Greek Theater. Because when I saw that guy, I go, you're Tony. You know, so your eyes lit up, and you go, no, it's not me. But you said it wasn't you. But he almost looked like you. But because I wanted to shake your hand, I finally get to meet you personally. But one thing I want to say is that make sure everybody votes today. Second, I like to see the bus woman's picture. she sounds like a sweetheart. She makes me laugh when she says, she goes, watch it there. That's what she says. That sounds very funny. I love that, man. And third, it's all in the right time. Timing is everything. So, and today I would like it to be my day because today is my birthday, and I would like to share this with everyone. But if we have to wait, we'll wait another day. And
how about
that's
this?
how I feel.
How about every year we'll share the fact that the RV was close to your birthday? We'll all have that in common.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
All right.
And Raymond, I know how you guys wish, like Tony was saying that you know his mama could have seen that, you know. And I think about a lot of people who have passed away. I've known people who have passed away myself, and I almost passed away in January. But God has me for a purpose, so I'm here. So with that, would you mind playing that song, Happy Birthday to You, please?
I don't mind, but I had a question.
What's that?
You almost passed away in January. What happened? You didn't do
I had pneumonia. I had pneumonia, and they gave me antibiotics 24/7. They would come and kick the door open and give me take my blood test as strange as hours, and then finally I was looking around the corner. I go, they're late, and that's what they did for me. They gave me a lot of antibiotics, and I just had to breathe into this machine. It's like a little air thing where you blow into to fill up your lungs.
It kind of made it sound like it was something you were looking forward to. Sure, that's why.
Oh my God!
But it kind of sounds like your first day. I almost passed away. Like, but I couldn't.
Well, you know, one thing you got to be is that you got to try to be in the state of grace. And I don't mean Texas or Arkansas. I mean the state of grace with the man upstairs.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's the most important thing. So, you know,
there you go.
With that
Happy
being
birthday
said,
to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We wish you support.
All right, happy birthday.
I wanna wish you a happy birthday. I wanna help you celebrate. I wanna wish you lots of presents. I wanna help you eat your cake. If you bossy in the island way, you'll be jamming all night till the light of day. Your birthday is your day to shine. Another year and you'll be looking fine. So have a no worries, just hesitate. It's time to party, time to celebrate. Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday. 38 area code. You were on. 386.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Morning.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've got a question for you. It's more or less a complaint. You usually try to call in on the 9029 or 9030 number, and it breaks up so bad I can't hear it. Is there any way you can check into see what's going on?
Wait, did you just send me that email?
No.
Oh, okay. Somebody just emailed me about the same thing. All right. So wait, that's Ray's answer. I have no clue.
Because 9029 and 9030, both of them were breaking up so bad last show we couldn't hear it. We had to go back and listen to the replay.
And the replay was clear?
Yes, the replay was clear. And the
Okay.
reason calling in this number here is clear too.
Okay, well, apparently free conference call was having some issues. That's something we can't control. But as long as the playback was clear, that's good. It's still here for good conversion of the call. Sorry for that inconvenience.
Okay. That's all I really needed. Oh, besides, this is the man with the wife. You answered, but I used to say the other way.
Okay. The man with the woman. Okay. All right.
All right. I just had to put that in. And this is from sunny, beautiful North Florida.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Take care now.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
828 area code. 828.
Fellas, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to just let you all know I'm in Central Florida, in Orlando, and anybody who wants to get dung, they got a boatload of it at the CXI in the Florida Mall. And that's all I wanted to let you know. I'm at the theme park for you. There's all kinds of wild noise going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where you at? In a bird cage? What?
Yeah. I'm at the Colin ride over at Universal right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for that information.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Take care.
Thank you.
A little too noisy there. Okay, 573 area code. You on? 573.
Hello, this is Greg, and I'm a truck driver in St. Louis, Missouri, and I know that this originated in Texas, and so Texas bankers are gonna find out about it probably, and they know maybe now what it is. And I was wondering if you guys could text us all when you hear that the bankers from Texas have sent out their
Okay. So when we get the word that they've gone to their exchange centers or the call centers, we will definitely tweet it out. I want to let everybody know Texas is alive.
Yeah, that'd be great, Tony, because that's going to happen before they give out the 800 numbers, I imagine.
Me too.
Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
And I look forward to meeting you guys.
All right. Counting on that.
Thank you very much. God bless you and your families now.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. You too.
You bet. Bye now.
All right. 770. You are on.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Ray. Good morning, Tony. I have a question. A little bit about, I don't know, maybe a couple months back, you spoke of Iraq ascending into a full membership of the World Trade Organization. I want to know if you've heard anything further on that. And if they are ascending, you thought that it might be in November, or we're in November. And then a secondary question I have to that is that do they have, their currency have to be internationally tradable and no longer on a program rate in order to ascend into the WTO as a full member?
I don't know that that's a requirement to be into the WTO. I know they had to be following banking laws, rules, and probably be off of everybody's those kind of things about bad currency list, OFAC list, in order to be part of the WTO. which should all be done by the 15th of November. So we'll see what happens. That's what they were looking at mid-November. Go ahead.
Are they off the OPEC list?
Not for European. And again, that's what they were talking to Egypt about yesterday. And they said they would push for them to be removed from the list also. So they have not been officially removed yet.
Okay. All right. I just want a clarification of that. Do you, in response to my first part of my question is, do you know if they're still ascending in November?
I don't know if they are, if they're even going to take the vote. But at the time, they said mid-November.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers my question. You guys have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
407, Erico, you were on.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hey, Tony.
Hey.
And Sherry. I called
you. What?
I called it. Yeah, this is Savoy.
Okay.
You don't know me, Tony. I called to introduce you to your short, black, spiritual mom that listens to your call.
Well, okay then. This is an exciting moment.
Yeah, I already adopted Ray a long time ago. He gives me a hard time sometimes.
Hey, when my kids gave me a hard time, I spanked their butt.
This is here. I have threatened him many times that I was going to whip his behind if he didn't straighten up and fly right.
Ooh. Yeah, you got some work to do. Go ahead.
I know he is a trip, but I told him, I said, I'm going to call in and introduce Tony to his little short, black, spiritual mom that listens to his calls all the time.
Okay.
But I'm Savoy. Okay?
Well, glad to meet you. All right.
and you must know I love you very much.
Well, thank you. I love you too. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And I'm so glad, Ray, well, you are nice today. Amen.
Yes, ma'am. I'm always nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Take care.
Okay, you take care now.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
818, we're going to get you in, and 610, don't go anywhere. I see you. 818, you're on. Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. How are you both?
Fantabulous.
How are you?
To the nth degree.
Got a quick banking question. I have a joint account with my sister, and we both have currency, and she also gifted me more currency. Could we go together on an appointment for the exchange and go together, even though we're different names, and then put our monies, because it'll be on her end, it's a bigger chunk, but put it in together, and then after the exchange, we could then go to a wealth manager and separate funds into trusts, 2 different trusts?
Sure.
That could work?
I'll let Ray answer.
The volume would give us more rate power per se, more money power. And then if it's in there, then we make an appointment with the wealth manager, and each of us could take our own amounts and put them in our own trust. That could be okay?
Well, here's what you would have to look at. A joint account, who really owns that account? Because to the IRS, one person is going to own it, and the other one may spoon off of it. And the one that spoons off of it, that money is going to be considered a gift. And if it's over $15,000, a gift tax is going to be associated with it. So if I were you, I'd call the IRS now before you make a move and say to them what you just said to us. You have a joint account. You both are putting money in it. You both have an investment. Doesn't matter what the investment is. You don't have to be specific, but just say, and when it grows, how is the money going to be treated? And let them tell you how they're going to look at that. You'll know how to make your next move.
I do have gift letter. I do have a gift letter based on the old value.
Well, when
you can't base it on the old value.
Go ahead.
We were both talking. What?
You go ahead, Tony.
I said when you take it out, it's going to be based on the new value. And that's when it's going to become a gift, is what he's telling you.
Oh.
It'll be a gift at the new value because it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions, depending on what you have.
Millions,
So
yes, millions.
Yeah, just call the IRS and tell them what you plan to do so that they can tell you how they're going to treat it.
Okay.
Then you'll know if it's okay to go ahead and do that or not.
All right. Or the other way would be just to have separate appointments, put in my money, including the gift, and then there's no tax on it, because then when I move it over to a trust, it'll just be as it is, and hers will be her trust.
Well,
right,
not
you got
separate
to realize
appointments, but separate accounts.
Yeah, but
Say
even
that
if
again,
you
Ray.
did,
Tony was talking. What? Can you please repeat?
Okay. Oh, I was going to tell you. When you call to make your appointment, if you tell them what you want to do, back-to-back appointments, and this is why, and you schedule that, and then the wealth manager knows you have back-to-back appointments, this is what we have, and we're trying to do this jointly. Again, like I did on the last call, we'll both do 5 years, we'll both do 30%, we'll both do it so he can do it at one time and give you the higher rate and still maintain it as separate. It's easy and it's clean if you do it that way.
All right, so when we call up we shouldn't go in together. It would just be back-to-back.
Yeah, if he won't let you go in together, then schedule us back-to-back.
Okay, back-to-back, and then we both want the same terms, etc. And my gift is my gift, and I have my gift letter, and it wouldn't be considered a gift because it would still be separate accounts, but together. Okay. I thought because we had a joint account, I'm on primary, she's out of the country, so she comes in, but basically I'm on primary because she lives out of the country part-time. Okay, so then make back-to-back instead of the joint. It would be less complicated. And then I do have my gift letter for the balance of the currency that I'm putting in anyway. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Be safe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 610, area code, you're on.
Good afternoon, Ray, and good morning, Tony. It is G-Man in PA.
Hey, man.
Sir?
How are you?
Doing super fantastic, gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a new month and a new day, and that means there's a new bill that needs to be paid in order to keep this information superstation on the air. You can help by going to www.tntsuperfantastic.com, clicking on that red donate button, and when you do, the name and address will come up to where you can send your check or money order made payable to Raymond Renfro, P.O. Box 1748, Elm City, that's just like the tree. Elm City, North Carolina, 27822. And for those of you who'd like to donate electronically, the Cash App is available on the donation page. And we have a new address for the Cash App. That is $TNT Super. And please remember to capitalize $TNT Super. And your donations will go through electronically. Remember to do it today, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be very, very glad that you did. And when you are sending in your donations, please remember to include your phone number. That way it'll make it easier for Ray to track those donations as they come in. As always, Ray and Tony, thank you for all you continue to do for us. Thank you to both of your families for continuing to share you with us. Thank you to those 13 task force members still out there, making sure that the bankers and meeting facilities are going to be available for us post-RV so we can get all that banking information. And remember, verification, negotiation, diversification, protect your principal, KYW, know your worth, and Vegas, 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 and Raleigh, 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 so I can come join you and enjoy some of that good home-style North Carolina barbecue. And I'd also like to remind everyone that neither Tony nor Ray has ever asked me to make these requests for donations. I make these requests of my own volition and my own free will, and I am not getting paid to make these requests either. And again, as previous callers have stated, tomorrow is Election Day. Remember to get out there and vote. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Ray. Make it a dynamite rest of the day.
Okay, thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you, sir. I do want you
very
guys
welcome.
to know that we didn't plan on being here tomorrow. We didn't plan on being here Wednesday, as I actually thought this was going to be over. But it definitely has to be paid for, that's for sure. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, gentlemen, make it a great rest of the day.
All right.
All right.
And because Wednesday is still up in the air, we extended this call to get a few more of you in. Might be your last time getting a chance to ask a question. So, 404, you're on.
Thank you ever so much. Appreciate that. It sure would be nice that this would be your last call, making it our money coming to us Monday. All of the things that you have discussed were really kind of the points that I was wanting to bring up, because I was interested, Tony, in your opening remarks where you were indicating that Iraqi TV at least was giving positive news with respect to the currency and that sort of thing, which is that actually kind of countering all of the demonstrations that are going on? Is that kind of calming the things, the fact that there is that positive? Because I'm presuming that TV stuff is going on countrywide. It's not just in Baghdad. Or is that an presumption that I shouldn't be making?
No, I would think it's going countrywide. I just don't think anybody's listening to it today, you know? So it's kind of like, you know, vote tomorrow. Do I go vote or do I go to the bank? Or hopefully that's our choice. I'm not saying it is. Or do I go vote or do I spend the day watching the news to see who to vote for? I mean, which one do I do? So if people are out there protesting, I'm thinking they're not even hearing the news, right? They're not even paying attention to what's going on, because now you done got me mad, and I don't care what you say. You know, you got to go back to show me the money. That's all I want to hear. Show me the money. That's all I want to hear. None of that other noise. And I said that's because they let it go that far. They shouldn't have never let it go that far, because that's what Maliki and Amiri and that's what Iran wanted. You know, like they say, shoot, man, if I could light me a little fire here, you know, it could turn into a forest fire, it could turn into an inferno. but I got to get
Right.
that fire lit. And why give them that opportunity? And today, that's what they did. They let them light the fire. So how big does it go? I mean, when, hopefully nobody's killed today, hurt or any of that, but I just thought it was stupid to even let it go that far. Now, I don't care what you say. I'm not listening. I want to see what you do. I'm tired of hearing what you say. Show me what you do. And that's where it's going to go. But I think, and I don't know, decision could have already been made, but so far, I think that's why there's decisions being made this week, or what people are being told that this week is the week, because they know they can't let that go. I mean, you can't go from now to January with that. It's not going to happen. You can't go from now to the end of the month like that and think investors are going to still come. And things are getting worse, not better. Corona's getting worse. The numbers are going up. We're getting ready to start shutting everything down again. Oil's going to go back down. I mean, if you miss this opportunity, you miss it. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I was trying to envision what was going on over there, whether or not they may have reinstalled their big screen TVs like they had done several months back when, we were thinking they were going to be having major celebrations. That's why I was thinking that they might at least be aware of something that's going on, even as they are peacefully demonstrating and the like. So we'll see. One other thought, and I know that you're looking at your time, so I'll make it quick here. A couple of articles are out there that seem to be placing the emphasis back on the white paper, that the finance minister is coming out doing press conferences, and they're really focusing in on the fact that this has the potential to play a major role in the economy. Is that really getting shared a lot with the people over there, so that could be allaying and seeing that, we're right on the cusp of all this happening? What are your folks over there saying?
Yeah, I think it's getting shared because we see it. It's articles they're putting out. It's the same thing that they're talking about on television also.
Okay.
All of this is in line with the white. The one key thing they did say, Dago, was they couldn't make the final decision until the borrowing law was passed on the white paper. Would agree. So does that mean they can't have the RV, do the borrowing law, anything else? No, because they already put the rate out that's going to be in the budget anyway. They said they couldn't make final decisions, but they also said today, hey, stop paying anybody. Well, last week you said go ahead and pay them, and pay them for October, November. Now you're saying stop all the payments. Why? Because the rate's about to change.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that. Well, let's not pay any more payments for this month. So there's a lot of little hidden statements and emphasis in there, I think, but I think it's our time.
I was going to say this call has a lot of other little hidden statements and the like, so I encourage everyone to go back and re-listen. And knowing that 10 days from whenever this happens, that's when our TNT Super Fantastic Pay It Forward project is going to be. And hopefully this is our last call, and it is our money coming to us Monday. May that be. We appreciate it. And thanks again for letting us come in.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Wait.
Thanks.
Wait. Hold on. Walter
Yes,
wants to know when you release him from your mind control. That's what he said.
I was trying to figure out what exactly he was saying on that, because I thought I was going to be coming in. This has been one of those days, and quite honestly, I will confess, I forgot to hit *1 until about halfway through this call, and because I got in fairly early, as I usually do, and it's like, what is going on here? I was dropped from the call last week, or I didn't call and had to call back in. So hopefully, Walt, you are released. We'll see. Happy Monday. We appreciate
All right,
it.
thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, sir. It's time to wrap this one up.
Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully this is over with. So, I try to give the new people history, understanding, and some people don't. The process we've gone through for the last 12 years, 15 years, different administrations, different decisions, and what part got done where, and why this has dragged us out so far, and why we should be coming to the conclusion. You know, years ago, I told you guys we don't want to be political here, but we do want to be informative and look at things. So I know some of you guys think I don't like Trump. I don't like some of his ways, but I do respect the office of the president because I put in 15 years. And I would tell you something that's even more surprising because I know you guys call Ray Republican Ray, but I would tell you, my very best friend is a Republican. So I go through this 24 hours a day. Not only is he a Republican, but he's black. So you know I got issues. So anyway, I'm telling you. But the dinar is the dinar, guys. It has nothing to do with the political aspects of what everybody was trying to gain or benefit. And I just give it to you because it's the information as I'm getting it. That's all. So we're just playing into, I didn't decide to take this to November 3rd. It wasn't my plan last week. It was their plan, and I was told, and some people liked it, some people didn't like it, but here we are. Just what he said. Here we are. We're just going to go. Well, the good thing is, it is going. The good thing is they're still being told. Now, they weren't told 8 o'clock this morning, but they were told 8 o'clock Saturday morning, 8 o'clock Sunday morning. And they were just pissed off, and I can fully understand that. But there is, unfortunately, something that is absolutely happening or has happened. There is something that directly points to this being concluded this week that I did not tell you guys, and I did not tell you for a purpose, and because it comes with a date and a time and an action, and I really didn't want to put anybody out like that because everybody would know exactly where it came from, I would think. It might be an issue. But it's very, very positive news, I can tell you that. Very positive news. Now, if it doesn't happen, I'll definitely tell you what it was because it can't hurt at that point. But if it does happen, then we're done, it's over with, and we'll be on the other side when time comes. So hopefully it does, but if not, somehow Ray got to pay the bill between now and Wednesday anyway. So we're going to let him do that. But it's a good day, guys. It's a super fantastic day. I'm excited. I think Ray is excited. We can never tell. But there are some people that are absolutely excited today about what's happening this week. So I'm going to go with that. Everything's still moving forward. I want you to enjoy your day. I'm enjoying my day. If anything does happen, if Texas decides to wake up, get up off their butt, walk in, do anything, we will tweet it out to you. They'll put it in the form. We'll do a call if we have to. All right, enjoy your day. Ray?
Okay. Keep believing, folks.
He said so.
This keeps me going. On those days when I feel like giving up. Fire.
I believe the storm will soon be over. I believe the rain will